Hey, Pessy, can I join? Hello! I hate every single one of you. This is the Pessimistic Red Panda, and I'm back with a new video! Yay! Fuck you! Every goddamn last one of you. Just fuck you. Before I begin a feature presentation, I want to say RIP to Etika. I never watched any of his videos or seen any of his content, but this should be a wake-up call that mental health is important, and the stigma against letting people know about their mental issues, it should cease. It hurts me to the fibers of my soul that we've lost another person to mental illness and suicide. And to all the pieces of shit out there saying he took the easy way out, you're probably mentally ill yourself. Seek help. Because we're only given this one life. This one fucking chance. And I know that getting help goes against that voice or that legion of voices in your head. Believe me, there are people who genuinely want to see you succeed, who genuinely care about you, people that genuinely love you. Those people would be utterly destroyed if you were to extinguish your light. Getting help, talking to somebody about it, it's a step in the right direction, but by no means is it an easy path. I also want to say RIP to Nature G, the lead singer and multi-instrumentalist of Tanager Cavalry. They are a Mongolian metal outfit. He also took his life in June 2019. He wanted to bring people together with his music, and he was so fucking talented, so young, and it hurts me to see these talented people, hell, anybody. It hurts me to see that they are no longer with us because mental health took that toll. I want to say rest in peace. If there are any Kickstarters that are still available, or GoFundMes, or whatever legit funding programs out there online, I'll link them in the description. We are losing way too many people to suicide. Now to the feature presentation. This is a continuation of the FNK story. I want to give a quick update about the series. Just like the FNB story arc, I really don't want to continue this series. I think it's ran its course. I may have a few more FNK videos in the future, but I don't want this series or FNB to be the driving force of this channel. Neither of these individuals deserve the time I'm giving them. So that's my quick update. I have 2 stories for y'all today. Wow, 2. Yeah, 2 for the price of 1. You ungrateful bastards. I gave a supporter of the channel, I'm not saying his name, a choice between 2 outcomes. And these are 2 stories about FNK getting suspended from retail Afghanistan. Story number 1 I like to call Going Home for Homecoming. This happened on a Saturday during Albany State Homecoming weekend a couple years ago. So after a long and tedious truck, I headed up front to take a break. The usual bustling nature of the Saturday morning madness was muted by both homecoming festivities and a sudden deluge of rain. Business almost came to a standstill. See, at retail Afghanistan, there's hardly ever a dull moment, and my blueprint for that statement was about to be fulfilled. FNK does not work the truck. Thank God. If he exists, or she, or whatever. We try to have him work on the truck, but he always ends up doing his own thing, going into business for himself, and he usually slows down a usually streamlined process. For instance, I remember one Christmas Eve, yes, they drop trucks on Christmas Eve. They'll drop like a 2,500 piece truck on your fucking head on Christmas Eve, and they don't give a shit about you going home or being home for the holidays or whatever. They don't give a shit about that. It's retail. Come on now. I remember one Christmas Eve, we were doing truck, and this dirty Q-tip motherfucker held up the belt just to get some fucking chips. I was so damn mad I felt my blood about to boil. That gives me an idea for another story, but anyway, the GM decides to have him only work dedicated stock during the truck day. And this day was no different. As I walked up to the front, I noticed something a bit off about FNK. But, when is there something, right with that dude? For some weird reason, he had a $5 bill stuck to the top of his forehead. An older gentleman, confronted FNK and asked him if that was part of his uniform. And FNK said out loudly, "No, I'm doing this because it's homecoming." Now, if there's anyone who went to Albany State in the audience, please tell me in the comments, what the fuck does sticking a $5 bill to your forehead has anything to do with homecoming? So the older gentleman, he left the aisle and filed the GM. All this happened right when I was clocking out for break. I bought a Mountain Dew Code Red and chugged it like no tomorrow. I was thirsty. You know, they don't really have any air conditioning in that back room for some weird reason, and they want us to fry. So I gotta get my hydration somehow. And I know what you're thinking. Soda doesn't hydrate you, but I don't plan on living that long anyway, so fuck you. Before I could even finish my bottle of cherry-flavored caffeinated joy, the GM and the older gentleman made their way to the aisle that FNK was on. She kindly asked FNK, "Why is there a $5 bill stuck to your head?" He answered with an untamed viciousness, "Because it was homecoming." She rebutted, "Can you take that $5 bill off your head?" He said, "No, why are you raising your voice at me?" Now, I don't know where he got the raising the voice thing from because the GM kept her tone the same way the entire time. She kept a professional yet sharp tone in her voice. She responded, "I haven't raised my voice. Take the $5 bill off your forehead." He yelled out, "Why are you embarrassing me in front of customers?" She responded calmly, "I'm not embarrassing you. All I'm saying is to take the $5 bill off your head." Now this went on for a couple of minutes. Customers started staring at the ruckus coming from the snack aisle. Finally I heard from the GM, "That's it, you're going home." "But these boxes," FNK exclaimed. She said, "I'll get these boxes." He kept on stalking until the GM told him to, "Come on, let's go. Let's go before you're suspended." He got up off the ground, muttered, "Oh man," like a kid who just got grounded. On the way up to the front to clock out, he started kicking a box. I guess this sent the GM over the edge. She said, "That's it, you're suspended." You would think after all of the bullshit that fuck nigga put me through, I would be laughing at his ass. But no, I didn't laugh. I was thinking how big of a fucking idiot FNK can be. All he had to do was take the money off his raisinette head, but he had to be a defiant dumbass. FNK gathered his things and waited at the door for the rain to stop. The GM made him leave the premises. He took one last angry scowl at everyone in the store before he left out. He trudged his way through the parking lot and over to Walmart. I'm surprised he didn't take off flying. Bird brain motherfucker. The sad thing was, he was back that Monday. He should have been fired. But as y'all would see later on, that's one of the recurring themes about FNK. He should have been fired, but no such action was ever taken. The second story is called The Bagman. I remember this story took place a week before WrestleMania 33. I think it was Thursday after the truck. I can't remember. So some of the details of the story are a little foggy. I was tired and I was ready to go home. I was there since 5 a.m. and the time was approaching 5 p.m. The GM gives me one last minute task to do before I leave. As my friend came off, you said, that smooth layer of bullshit just to cap off the fuck shit happening in your life. It's always that smooth layer of bullshit just send you over the fucking edge. She was running the front and assisting with a shift change, so she couldn't help. We just got done with a changeover. For all you retail noobs out there, a changeover is changing out a promotion for another promotion. For instance, at Retail Afghanistan, we were going from Explosive Easter to collateral damage deals. FNK came in the afternoon and requested to work today instead of the next morning. I thought the GM would say no. He was out of uniform, he smelled bad, so many other things. But she said yes. Oh, do you remember my test from earlier? I had to throw away all the trash from the changeover. It had to be at least 300 to 500 empty boxes in the back room. And these boxes were not broken down. We had 2 raggedy ass dumpsters and rogues and fucking thieves and all kinds of people would go over there, throw their trash away in these dumpsters. Trash bags, tires, old dirty clothes, you name it, it's probably been back there in that dumpster area. Because people don't give a shit. People are really shit. Hey, let me cut in here real quick. I know there's this ice cream challenge that's been going around or wherever the fuck it is. That's nothing new. People been doing that shit for fucking years. If you're in retail, you should be used to that type of shit. People just, the nastiest motherfuckers on earth. You will find the nastiest motherfuckers on earth if you ever work retail or if you ever deal with anything to do with retail. Especially you sorry motherfuckers at retail Afghanistan. Fucking leaving like apple juice, fucking water singles, goddamn. One time I found a fucking bra in the fucking toy aisle. Y'all know y'all motherfuckers ain't shit. Okay? This damn ice cream challenge or whatever it is and people getting all up in arms. I mean, these motherfuckers must never work retail in their damn life or work at some store that doesn't have any shrink or whatever, because that's an everyday occurrence to me. I just had to butt in real quick and tell y'all this is nothing new. If you work retail, you should be used to this type of shit. Alright, back to the story. Especially the ones in East Albany. These rogues fuck shit up. They go through the trash. It's horrible. Not only is the trash already halfway full, but there's no way in fuck that 300 to 500 boxes, empty boxes, are gonna fit in that fucking trash can. No fucking way. And it's not like retail Afghanistan has to fucking wear it all to get a fucking compactor or a baler. That would make too much fucking sense. That would make my job so much fucking easier too. But no. Cut corners, cut costs, fuck over the employees. That's retail Afghanistan for you. So, every time I have to take out trash at retail Afghanistan, I feel like the deck is being stacked against me. A mountain of fucking trash. Southwest Georgia heat and humidity. Half of the boxes aren't broken down. The trash truck hasn't ran yet. I don't have any way to get the trash to the outside other than walking out there and dumping each box one by one. It seemed like a hopeless situation. I only had one chance. Ask FNK for help. He was the only thing keeping me from going home. If he helped, I could get everything done in half of the time. Before I began trash though, FNK asked if I had a trash box he could use. I told him I didn't have any. And he angrily stomped off. And it's not like I could get him a trash box anyway, because the GM had me doing another task before then. I found it ironic that he wanted a trash box, and if he would have helped me with the trash, he would have had one. So I went to the chip aisle, which was at this point a disaster zone from cardboard trip hazards. I said his name several times. FNK, FNK, FNK. I know he heard me. He acted like he didn't hear me. So I went to the back and started dumping the trash. Trash box by fucking trash box. I must have made at least 30 trips from the back room to the dumpster. Luckily, the dumpster was only 20 feet away from the back door. However, I'm wary of using that back door. No pun intended. Because idiot drivers use the back road behind the store as a drag strip. It's like I'm playing IRL Frogger. So about an hour passes. I'm about 75% of the way done. This FNK motherfucker comes in the back room with the empty chip boxes on his shoulder. Instead of carrying the boxes to the dumpster, this motherfucker drops the empty boxes on the break room table, immediately to the right of the break room entrance. This wasn't the only time he did this. He did this 3 more times. At this point, I'm beyond livid. I got to the point I wanted to quit. And remember that smooth layer of bullshit line? There's got to be some more smooth layer of bullshit. I heard the GM over the intercom. Pessy, what's taking you so long? I'm ready to go. I didn't even respond. I finished taking the boxes to the dumpster. Even the chip boxes FNK left on the table. Because I don't do anything half-assed. Unlike that Q-tip, raisinette, fuck-ass, suck-a-dick-ass, smelling like molded bleach fuck-ass, bitch-ass, buzzard-ass looking motherfucker. The GM finally made it to the back room when I had a few more boxes to throw away. She asked, what's taking you so long? I said, I got a few more boxes. I'll explain what happened afterwards. I just need 5 more minutes. Right when I was chunking the last trash box in the dumpster, here comes FNK to throw away one box. One fucking box. I finished the task, locked the door, and walked towards the office. The GM was waiting for me there. Now what happened, she asked. I explained what happened, and the GM was not pleased. She immediately called FNK to the office and quickly dismantled his ego. Why didn't you help Pessy with trash, she asked. He began, well, he said he didn't have any trash boxes, and he didn't ask for my help. She rebutted, he's your manager. You see him struggling, you help him. Do you understand me? He began talking loudly to make a scene. The GM quickly shut that down. Raise your voice again. You're going home. FNK began whining, and the GM sternly told him to go home. Soon after, FNK had left. But that's not the most insane part of the story. Hell, that's not even the reason he got suspended. The story continued after I left. I was walking around Walmart to get snacks for WrestleMania weekend when I got a call from the store. The closing manager told me FNK came back. He was talking all kinds of shit about me. She said he called me a crybaby and said all I do is whine to the GM. I replied, I don't have time for no bitch ass nigga that ain't buy shit. I'm gonna keep doing what I gotta do to do my job right. And if he ever needs a ride home or ride to the store in the morning time or whenever, he can walk or fly. I ain't got time for his bullshit. So I got home. I tried to unwind. I get another call from the store. My job never fucking ends. It's the closing manager again. She says this time FNK has stole a customer's bag and ran off with it. At this point, I was dumbfounded. A customer left their bag in the front. It was one of those drawstring bags with like a company logo on it. FNK, he spotted the bag. He looked in the bag like it was his. He asked, whose bag is this? Whose bag is this? Because he knew it wasn't his. And I already knew what he was about to do. He put it on. And he walked out the store. Shortly afterwards, the customer was looking for the bag. And we couldn't locate it. It was a huge mess. Those customers called back like nearly every day asking for the bag. And we couldn't supply it because we had no idea where FNK was. This fiasco was a huge mess. And in the end, FNK only got suspended. The GM suspended FNK. Not fired, not get the police involved, but suspended him until he returned the bag. FNK did not return to work in the following week because he already knew what he did was wrong. The Sunday after next, he actually had the fucking audacity to call and ask for a schedule. The GM said for me to tell him he could return when he returned that bag the way he found it. FNK was back that Tuesday. He had a befuddled look on his face as he waited at the door. I sternly asked him, do you have the bag? He shook his head and had a scowl on his face as he handed over the bag. I don't understand how this fucker still has a job. I've seen people get fired for less. It amazes me. He stole, talked back to the manager, defied orders, and still has a job at Retail Afghanistan. People are out here begging to work at the worst place in America. And this waste of human organs has a job after all he's done? I guess it is true. The people who work the hardest are the ones who are fucked over the most. I'm done with this fucking story. Well, that's it. You can fuck off now. Yeah, I'm back in the game, baby. Woo, yeah. That's some good shit.
Keep him away from the pixie sticks. We need them for the guests who are actually a part of the MCN. Bring him over here.
Yes, sir.
Did you tell the pessimistic Red Panda to stop killing Opti? This is a great deal you're missing out on. One of the best deals in YouTube history. You can't miss out on this great deal.
Woo! That's some good shit. Yeah!
Pull yourself together, man.
Goddamn. Okay. Woo! Yeah, I tried to tell him. He's not buying into it.
Sign this contract. I'll take care of it.
But what about Pessy?
You're still worried about him? He's the one holding you back from achieving your YouTube dream. No more 5 a.m. to 5 p.m.s, 7 days a week. By signing the greatest YouTube contract in the world, you'll be on easy street. No more suffering. Just rake in the money and the views and the subscribers. And the true star of this channel, the optimistic Red Panda, will finally get his day to shine.
Oh, man. Whew. Give me some more of that powdery stuff and we have a deal.